Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today is Sunday. It is the 5th of April. It is Vaishakha Masa, Madhusudana Masa, Krishna Paksham. Again, so Tadiyatidi. Tadiyatidi is following in. It is falling in 2 days, yesterday and today. But there are no Vaishnavas in the calendar. So we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Maitreya Muni is speaking to Vidura, describing about Brahma's creation. So once upon a time, Brahma was thinking how he needs to create the so many living entities. Likewise, when he was thinking at that time, the 4 Vedas were manifested. And following that, there is a Chaturhotram, Karmatantram, Upaveda, Nayahi, and then Dharmasya, Pada Satvaraha, Tataiva Ashrama Vrittayaha. So the 4 legs of Dharma, they are like austerities and penances, purity and cleanliness, truthfulness, these are all manifested. And ashramas, varnashrama dharma also manifested. So likewise, Chaturhotram Karmatantram Upavedanayehi Saha Dharmasya Pada Satvaraha Tataiva Ashrama Vrittayaha. So once these are manifested, and Vidura, he started inquiring how he has expanded all this knowledge into this universe. Likewise, he started inquiring. Again, the question in between when Maitreya was speaking. So Vidura asked another question here. How he has expanded this knowledge. So creation, these were manifested from Brahma, that is all right. But how it has expanded into the human society. So please explain those things to me. O Brahma, O Maitreya Rishi, who we have done so much of austerities and penances, and which austerity is your wealth. Likewise, Vidura is addressing Maitreya Muni. Okay, we are in this, and also Maitreya Muni responds that. So here from the 4 mouths of or 4 faces of Brahma. So starting from the front face, so Rigveda, Samaveda, Atharvana Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvana Veda. So 4 Vedas gradually from front in a sequence they were manifested from each face. And Purva, and also the Shastras and also priestly orders and chanting of the Vedic hymns and also Prayashita karmas, they're all gradually emanated from Lord Brahma. Okay, likewise, further Maitreya Muni is going to indicate, but however, he will explain later on how they have expanded in this human society. Okay, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 12, verse number 36 and 37. Viduravacha स वै विसृजामीशो वेदादीन्मुखतो असृजत् यज्जद्धेव यज्जद्येन असृजद्धेवः तन्मे ब्रूहि तपोधनम् स वै विसृजामीशो स वै विश्वसृजामीशो And whenever Vidra is saying Savai Brahma, certainly Viswasujam, Viswasujam of the universe, Srijam of those who created, Isho, the controller, Veda, Vedadin, Vedadin, Mukato Asurjat, Veda Adin, the Vedas, etc. All the knowledge headed by Vedas. Vedadin, Mukato Asurjat, from the mouth, Asurjat, they were established. Vedadin Mukato Asurjat, Yajjajjena Asurjat Devaha, Yajjajjena, that which, Yena by which, that which and by which. Asujat, they were created, Devaha, the god Brahma. Tanme Bruhi Tapodhana. Can you please explain all those things to me, O Maitreya Muni, whose wealth is only tapasya? Likewise, Vidra is addressing Maitreya Muni. Savai Visajamisho Devedadin Mukuto Asrujat Yajjajjen Asrujit Devaha Tanme Bruhi Tapodhana. Is a translation. O Vidura said, O great sage, whose only wealth is penance, kindly explain to me how and with whose help Brahma established the Vedic knowledge which emanated from his mouth. Okay, so there is no purport for this verse. We shall move to the next sloka as well. And then for that question, Maitreya Muni is started answering to Vidura. Maitreya Vacham ऋग्यजुस्साम अदर्वाक्यान् वेदान् पूर्वादिभिः मकैः शास्त्रं विद्यां श्रुतिस्तोमं प्रायश्चित्तं यदाक्रमात्. So Rugyejuhu Sama Adarvakyan. Rugvedam is the Maitreya Muni saying Rugveda and then Yajurveda, Samaveda, Adarva, Akyan. By those names, the four Vedas. Vedan Purva Adibihi Mukaihi. And Vedan with these Vedic literatures, Purva Adibihi, beginning with the front Mukaihi, by the mouth, starting from the front mouth. So that means it is a Rugvedam. And then next one is the Yajurvedam. Another one is the Samvedam. Last one is the Adarvana Vedam. So these four were emanated from four faces of Brahma. Dugyajuhusa Matarvakyan Vedan Purvadibihi Mukaihi. And then what else? Shastram Ijjam Sutistomam. Shastram is the Vedic hymns not pronounced before. Shastram Ijjam, priestly rituals. Sutistomam, the subject matter of the reciters. Stutistomam, Prayashchittam, the transcendental activities. Prayashchittam, and also this is where he is going to continue the transcendental activities. Prayashchittam, asking for forgiveness if he has done any sinful activities in the past. So that is also Prayashchittam. And from that point onwards, he takes vow that I would not do any sinful activities anymore, likewise. And then he will live a pure life. So Prayashchittam, Vyadat Kramat, and they were Vyadat established Kramat one after another. Likewise, Maitreya Muni started answering to Vidra's question. ऋग्यजुस्साम अथर्वाक्यान् वेदान् पूर्वादिभिः मुखैः शास्त्रं विद्यां श्रुतिं स्तोमं प्रायश्चित्तं यदाक्रमात्. Maitreya said, translation, beginning from the front face of Brahma, gradually the four Vedas, Rug, Yajur, Sama, and Adarva became manifest. Thereafter, Vedic hymns, which had not been pronounced before, priestly rituals, the subject matters of the recitation, and transcendental activities were all established one after another. Okay, there is no purport for this shloka as well. So this is again Brahma. He gives this knowledge to all the 10 Prajapati children, and they will expand to their disciples and their children likewise, and that is how it expands in this material world. Okay, so Brahma Asuriya Sumukato Yushmanatma Paripsaya Chandomaya Tapo Vidya Yoga Yuktan Alam Patan. Within that lineage, in the Varnashrama Dharma is also created here, as in the previously it is mentioned. Ashrama Vrittayaha, Tataiva Ashrama Vrittayaha. And once these Brahma children, they get married. Again, Kardama Prajapati was also one of the child of Brahma, as previously mentioned. He marries to the Swayambhumanu's daughter Devahuti, and he begets 9 daughters, and 9 daughters are married to Brahma's 9 children. Okay, so likewise, and there are 2 other children. Daksh Prajapati married to another daughter of Swayambhumanu, Prasuti. Narada Muni is like a Naistika Brahmachari, and 4 Kumaras, and Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva marries to Sati Devi, who is daughter of Prasuti. But 4 Kumaras, they are Naistika Brahma, and Narada Muni, they are all Naistika Brahmacharis. Okay, they have expanded further while they are staying in the ashramas, in Grihastha ashramas. Okay, and then Brahma gave that knowledge and asking them to expand. This is Tatranaya Asujatasman Doho Sahsrat Sahsrapat Pradayam Tasya Brahma Kshatramangam Prachakshate. And then these Brahmanas, those who are all Prajapatis, they have expanded further. And Kardama Muni, he glorified, he was mentioning to Swayambhumanu, saying that Tatranaya Asujatasman Dhoho Sahsrat Sahsrapat. In order to protect this Varnashrama Dharma, Lord also created the Kshatriyas. In order to protect the Brahminical culture, protect the Vedic knowledge, protect the subjects who are in the Varnashrama Dharma. This is Pranaya, to protect. Tatranaya, Asujat, Doho Sahsrat, Sahsrapat, Pradayam Tasya Brahma, Kshatramangam Prachikshate. Brahmanas are like a heart of the Lord, and whereas Kshatriyas, they are just like arms of the Lord, shoulders. Bahu Lokapalanam. श्रियो यस्य पुरः पानपात्रमुकां दृशं बाह्वो लोकपालानं सारंगानं इवाम्बुजम्. So Bahwo, all these rulers, they are like a arms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, they take shelter there. So likewise, this Brahmanical culture, Varnashrama dharmas were established in a gradually successful way. We could also perceive, even I have practically seen in my village, everyone are following these strict orders, even at least until 30, 40 years before, which I have practically got a dint of experience. What to speak of even 100 years and thousands years back. It was everything was in proper order. So that is how the knowledge was descended into this material world. Okay. Maitreya Muni started speaking about all those things. Again, Brahmanas also, they're all expert in the Shatkarma. Shatkarma Nipuno. Shatkarmo Nipuno Vipro Brahm Mantra Tantra Visharadaha. Mantra Tantra Visharadaha. They know so many mantras and they are engaging in like the temple worships, and also in the society they will go to the homes and also to give the knowledge, Vedic knowledge to everyone, awaken them in the spiritual consciousness. Okay, likewise, this is also our practical experience. The Brahmanas, they sometimes may not be in the same villages, so they may be in the next villages. They will come weekly in a particular days into this village and then asking. Yes, they will go slowly by walk or by the cycle, and then people they will stop him and ask the questions. Can you please tell me how these days? How the coming days would be like, what we should be doing, what kind of activities, yajnas and sacrifices to be performed, and if there are any marriages, any kinds of funerals, offering these oblations to the forefathers, and any auspicious activities, they are used to come and take part and help the society. And also speaking about the astrology, arranging the marriages. These are all the Brahminical culture. They help the society, and whenever the people in the villages they offer some kind of grains and some kind of any remunerations, they will accept. They do not say that we wanted only this much money like that. They do not demand. So whatever the village people give, they will simply take it, and everyone were very self-satisfied. So that is the Vedic culture. The Maitreya Muni is mentioning that Shastramidhyam Sri Stomam Prayashittam Vyadatramat. That is how it starts creating the expanding of this knowledge in this material world. Okay, so this is two shlokas. Rugyajusama Atharvakyan. Rugyajusama Atharvakyan Vedam Purvadibihi Mukaihi Shastramidhyam Sri Stomam Prayashittam Vyadatramat. We shall go and recite these two shlokas. You can request all to follow me line by line. Viduravacha
Vidurauvacha
Savai Visvasujamisho
Savai Vishwasrujamisu
Vedadin Mukato Asrujat
Vedadin Mukato Asrujat
Yad Asrujat Devaha
Yadyena Asrujat Devaha
Tanme Bruhi Tapodhana.
Tanme Bruhi
Tapodhana
Again. Viduravacha
Viduravacha
Savai Visvasujamisho
Savai Visvasujamisho
Vishwasrujamisu
Vedadin Mukato Asrujat
Vedadin
Vedadin
Mukato
Mukato
Asrujat
Asrujat
Yad Asrujat Devaha
Yadyena
Yadyena
Asrujat
Asrujat
Devaha
Devaha
Tanme Bruhi Tapodhana.
Tanme
Tanme
Bruhi
Bruhi
Tapodhana
Tapodhana
Viduravacha
Viduravacha
Vidurauvacha
Savai Visvasujamisho
Save
Save
Vishwasrujamishu
Visvasujamisho
Vedadin Mukato Asrujat
Vedadin
Vedadin
Mukato
Mukato Asrujat
Asrujat
Asrujat Devaha
Yadyena
Yadyena
Asrujat
Asrujat
Deva
Devaha
Tanme Bruhi Tapodhana.
Tanme
Tanme
Bruhi
Bruhi
Tapodhana
Tapodhana
Very beautiful. Can I request devotees to get and to recite? Usha Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna, thank you. Vidura Uvacha Savai Visvasrujamiso Vedadena Mukato Asrujat Yadyena Dasrujat Devaha Tanme Bruhi Tapodhana. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Vidura Uvacha Sabi Visvasujamisho Vedadin Mukato Asujat Yat Ena Asujat Devas Tasme Bruhi Tapodhana. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Jai Mataji, please.
Yes, Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Vidura Uvacha Savai Vishwasrujam Isho Vedadin Mukhato Srujat Yad Yad Yena Asrujad Devaha Tanme Bruhi Tapodhana. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Also, would you like to read the translation, Mataji, please?
Yes. Vidura said, O great sage, whose only wealth is penance, kindly explain to me how and with whose help Brahma established the Vedic knowledge which emanated from his mouth. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhuji. I just, on that sloka,
Yes.
is Devaha or Devas?
It is yes is there whenever it is used when we just Devastanmi Bruhi Tapodhana when we combinedly, so it is for ourselves, but because we are taking a break there, it comes as a Devaha, as the Visarga sound comes. In the synonyms we see Devaha. But when you are combinedly reciting Yajjajjena asya devastanme bruhi tapodhana, then yes sound will come. It is for devotees who are reciting continuously. For them, they use yes. Because we take a break after the line, so we use a visarga sound there.
And so if Devaha, then Devaha Tanme, or then how we can use Satanme, like that.
So when we are speaking, so yajjajjena asujad devaha. So I take a break for before I recite rest of the shloka. So when I take break at the time, visarga sound come. If I am doing by myself continuously, then yajjena asujad devastanme bruhi tapodhana. I can just continuously recite this one during the time yes sound will serve. Yes sound also will come combining with tanme, deva tanme, bruhi tapodhana.
Okay, Devaha Tanme. Okay, like
Yes, but because we are stopping there to take a little bit of break and then devaha and then tanme, bruhi tapodhana. If we say devas and then we'll take a break, then the sound may not it feels something
this.
incomplete.
Mm.
The visarga sound means it is completing that line. And if we see the synonyms, you would see wherever there are words like ishaha, there it is isho, here ishaha, and mukato, mukataha in the words. Because when you are combinedly reciting mukato, but when you are taking a break in the synonyms here, mukataha, visarga sound comes.
Okay, so then we don't have to pronounce so at all, isn't it? Devaha, then Tanme.
Yes, here this line is we are reciting because our devotees, Prabhupada disciples, they have broke that verse into 4 lines. So here, but if I personally recite, then yajjajjena achyadevas tanme bruhi tapodhana. I would do it by myself. But when we are doing reciting in the with among all devotees, like to pronounce clearly the every word, we take a break there. So, but recite if pronouncing a sound, it is not wrong, but visarga sound comes very nice.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, we shall move to the next shloka as well. Again, the devotees follow line by line. Maitreya Uvacha
Maitreya Uvacha
Rugyajasam Atarvakyan
Rugayaju Samatharvakyan
Vedan Purvadibihi Mukaihi
Vedan Purvadibhi Mukaihi
Shastram Idjam Sutistomam
Shastram
Shastram
Idam
Sutisto
Stutistomam
Tomam
Prayaschittam Yadakramat
Prayashchitam
Prayaschitam
Yathat Kramat
Vyadakrama
Maitreya Uvacha
Maitri
Maitreya
Vacha
Uvacha
Rugyajusama Atarvakyan
Rugyaju
Samatharvakyan
Vedan Purvadibirmakai Mukaihi
Vedan
Vedan
Purvadibhi
Purvadibhi Mukaihi
Shastram Idjam Sutistomam
Shastram
Shastram Nityam
Ijam
Stutistomam
Stutistomam
Prayaschittam Yadakramat
Prayaschitam
Prayashchitam Yathat
Vyadakrama
Kramat
Once more. Maitreya Uvacha
Maitri Vacha
Uvacha
Rugyajusama Atarvakyan
Rugyaju Sama Tathar
Rugyaju
Vyakyan
Samatharvakyan
Vedan Purvadibirmukaihi
Vedan
Vedan
Purvadibhi
Purvadibhi
Mukaihi
Mukhi
Mukaihi
Shastram Idjam Sutistomam
Shastram
Shastram Ijam
Nityam
Stutistomam
Stutistomam
Prayaschittam Yadakramat.
Prayaschitam
Prayashchitam Yathat
Vyadakrama
Kramat.
Can I request you to take a turn to recite? Jai Mataji, would you like to start?
Yes, sorry, Prabhuji, I was just about to ask you. I forgot. The Purva, is it Purva Adibir or can we say Purva Adibir?
Yeah.
Either is fine.
Purvadibirmukaihi.
Okay, Purva Adibir Mukaihi. Okay, thank you. Maitreya Uvacha Rugyajuhu Samarthavakyan. Have I said that right?
Sama Atarvakyan
Rugyajuhu Samarthavakyan. Vedan Purvadibhir Mukhaihi Shastram Ijam Stuti Stomam Prashchitam Vyadhat Kramat. Wrong, isn't it?
Rug Yajuhu Sama Atarvakyan
Rug Yajuhu Sama Atharva Vyakyan. Rug
Atarvakyan
Atharvakyan. Yes.
Vedan
Vedan
Purvadibirmukaihi
Purvadibhir Mukhaihi
Shastram Ijjam
Shastram Ijyam
Tutistomam
Stutistomam
Prayaschittam
Prayashchittam
Vyadatkramat.
Vyadhat Kramat.
Very beautiful.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Okay. Would you like to do it again, Mataji?
Yes, yeah. Maitreya Uvacha Rugyajuhu Sama Atharva Vakyan Yug Rugyachu Sama Atharva Akyan Vedan Purva Dibhir Mukhehi Shastram Ijam Stuti Stomam Prayashchitam Vyadhat Kramat.
Prayaschittam. The sound two T's.
Prayashchitam
Chittam. It's just the sound. It's just the sound to it. Chittam.
Prayashchitam
Yes. Chittam. So we
Tam.
stress more.
A bit more of the Prayashchitam
Yes.
Yadhat Kramat. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Sorry.
Very nice, Mataji. Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay. Usha Mataji, please.
Yes, Prabhu Hare Krishna, thank you. Maitreya Uvacha ऋग्यजुः सामरथर्वाख्यान् वेदान् पूर्वादिभिर्मुखैः शास्त्रं नित्यं स्तुतिस्तोमं प्रायश्चित्तं यथाक्रमात्.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Meena Mataji, please.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Maitreya Uvacha ऋग्यजुः अथर्व्याख्यान् वेदान् पूर्वा आदिभिमुखैः शास्त्रं मिथ्यां स्तुतिस्तोमं प्रायश्चित्तं यथाक्रमात्.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. And also, would you like to read the translation, Mataji?
Yes, yes. Maitreya said, beginning from the front face of Brahma, gradually the four Vedas, Rig, Yajur, Sama, and Atharva, become manifest. Thereafter, Vedic hymns which had not been pronounced before, priestly ritual, the subject matter of the recitation, and transcendental activity were all established one after another. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So in these two shlokas, one is Prabhupada, Vidra is mentioning tapodhana. Dhana is the wealth. This is the transcendental wealth, tapasya. This wealth can be taken by a person. Even the one leaves his body, he will be taking this one with him. But he doesn't any other material possessions, they will not come with us. And also this tapasya, this wealth, it always come with us wherever we go. I would not have to carry all this stuff home. When we are going home, big lorries will come and move all those things. But this tapodhana, it doesn't need. It will automatically it is embedded within ourselves. It comes with the soul. Again, this one is again described by Sukadeva Goswami very nicely in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in I think his second canto. There in the second canto, when he was explaining to Parikshit Maharaj, this is like 21st of, yes, yeah, this is the one. While thus engaged in thinking in the water, Brahmaji heard twice from nearly 2 syllables joined together. One of the syllables was taken from the 16th and the other from the 21st of the Sparsha alphabets, and both joined to become the wealth of the renounced order of life. This is called tapa. The Pashva letters, and the other day we have seen the Brahma's picture. There are some letters, ya, ra, la, va, sha. Few letters are there. They are a particular set of words, but here these partial letters, the 16th is the tha. So how do you do? Kakka ghaghanya chacha jajjaini tatta dhadhana tatta dhadhana. Tha is the 16th, and then papa bhabhama, 21st is the pa. So these are consonants. Kakka gaghanya chacha jajjaini tatta dhadhana tatta dhadhana papa bhabhama ya ra la la sha sha sa ha ksha. 36 alphabets. These are all consonants, and then 16 of the vowels. Of course, in the Sanskrit, 16 in the Telugu language, and 13 it comes in the Sanskrit and also Hindi. And different languages, they have got few.
And so in Telugu also you do kakhaga like that?
Yes, in Telugu there are 36, and the vowels 16 vowels. I, U, Ru, I, O, Au, Aha. 16.
Yeah, same when we learn, but in Hindi, I think in Hindi and also in Gujarati, same thing.
16. There are 13 letters.
Mm.
Ru, Ye, Wo, something like that. There is no Ru, there is no O. I think with one more letter. Ye, I think.
In your, like, when you write, it's different, like, it's, yeah, it's very difficult to write Telugu, but for you not.
Yes, Mataji. So it is again mother tongue.
Yes.
Thank you, Mataji. So these are the 16th and 21st of these sparse alphabets. And both join to become the wealth of the renounced daughter of life. So here, Prabhupada is giving a little bit of information about this one. Can I request two devotees to read this purport? One devotee, first paragraph, second devotee, next, second section.
May I have a go first, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, please.
In Sanskrit language, the consonant alphabets are divided into two divisions, namely the Sparsa Varnas and the Talavya Varnas. From Ka to Ma, the letters are known as the Sparsa Varnas, and the 16th of the group is called Ta, whereas the 21st letter is called Pa. So when they are joined together, the word tapa or penance is constructed. This penance is the beauty and wealth of the Brahmans and the renounced order of life. According to Bhagavatam philosophy, every human being is meant simply for this tapa and for no other business, because by penance only can one realize his self, and self-realization, not sense gratification, is the business of human life. This tapa or penance was began from the very beginning of the creation, and it was first adopted by the Supreme Spiritual Master, Lord Brahma. By tapasya only can one get the profit of human life, and not by a polished civilization of animal life. The animal does not know anything except self gratification in the jurisdiction of eat, drink, be merry, and enjoy. But the human being is made to undergo tapasya for going back to Godhead, back home. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Professor Prabhupada.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Okay. Jai Mataji, want to read next, Mataji?
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you. When Lord Brahma was perplexed about how to construct the material manifestations in the universe and went down within the water to find out the means and the source of his lotus seat, he heard the word tapa vibrated twice. Taking the path of tapa is the second birth of the desiring disciple. The word upashranot is very significant. It is similar to upanayana, or bringing the disciple nearer to the spiritual master for the path of tapa. So Brahmaji was thus initiated by Lord Krishna, and this fact is corroborated by Brahmaji himself in his book, the Brahma Samhita. In the Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma has sung in every verse Govindam Adipurusham Tam Aham Bhajami. Thus, Brahma was initiated by the Krishna mantra by Lord Krishna himself, and thus he became a Vaishnava or a devotee of the Lord before he was able to construct the huge And thus he became a Vaishnava or a devotee of the Lord before he was able to construct the huge universe. It is stated in the Brahma Samhita that Lord Brahma was initiated into the 18th letter Krishna mantra, which is generally accepted by all the devotees of Lord Krishna. We follow the same principle because we belong to the Brahma Sampradaya directly in the disciplic chain from Brahma to Narada, from Narada to Vyas, from Vyas to Madhav Muni, from Madhav Muni to Madhavendra Puri, and from Madhavendra Puri to Ishwara Puri, and from Ishwara Puri to Lord Chaitanya, and gradually to His Divine Grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, our Divine Master. One who is thus initiated in the disciplic succession, disciplic succession is able to achieve the same result or power of creation. Chanting of this holy mantra is the only shelter of the desireless, pure devotee of the Lord. Simply by such tapasya or penance, the devotee of the Lord achieves all perfections like Lord Brahma. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so this is why Lord Supreme Lord, Garbhodak Sai Vishnu or Krishna, is instructing Brahma to perform tapasya. Sujami tapase vedam, grasami tapasa punaha, bhivarmi tapasa vishwam, virimi dushyaran tapaha. So again, Lord says that, where is that shloka comes later on? There is no difference between the Lord and the tapasya. Bhibarmi tapasa vishwam, virimi dushyaran tapaha. And then Lord says, where is that one? Before that one. So here he says, Pratyadishtam maya tatra tvai karma vimohite. O Brahma, when you are bewildered. Tvai karma vimohite. What kind of activity to be done when you are bewildered? At that time, Pratyadishtam maya. I have told you at that point of time. I have ordered you. Tatra. And then tapo me hrudayam sakshat. Tapo me hrudayam sakshat. That tapasya is directly Atma, me, life and soul. Tapo me, what is me here? Me. Tapo me, Hrudayam Sakshad, Atmaham tapaso anagha. Okay. This is, can I request Garingi Mataji to read the translation, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. O signless Brahma, you may know from me that it was I who first ordered you to undergo penance when you were perplexed in your duty. Such penance is my heart and soul, and therefore penance and I are non-different. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so this is the dhana, the wealth of a devotee. So Maitreya Muni was addressed by Vidra here. Tapodhana, bruhmi. So tanme bruhi tapodhana, O tapodhana, whose wealth is only tapasya, penance. Likewise, Vidra addressed Maitreya. Yes, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Brahma is like tap tap. In this verse he has done tap. It's like that in first. Something water dropping.
Can you repeat your question, Mataji?
I say that when something like some water was dripping or something, then tap tap tap. He has heard that when he's a firstborn, like Brahma, come out of the like lotus flower, something like that. I heard.
So Brahma, whenever, as soon as he was checking, when he was born from the lotus flower and he's searching, there might be a source for this lotus flower in the water. There might be a source. And then he started entering by taking the stem of the lotus flower. He has gone down and then searching there, but he could not find. So at that time, so Lord has mentioned. So even though he went up to the navel of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, but he could not find the Lord. So Kayeshu asu aham abja purashta yetat kuto vabjam ananya dhapsu astrihi adastariha kinchanaita. There must be something at the bottom of this water for this lotus flower, the source of this lotus flower. Astrihi adastariha kinchanaita. There must be something. Adhishtitam yatra satanubhavyam. In thinking, he started going from the water from the lotus from top to down. And then Saittamudvikcha Tadabjanala Nadibir Antar Jalama He has entered by taking the shelter of Nadibihi Antar Jalam Avivesha. And then Narva Gataha Tat Karanala Nala. And he went bottom Narva Gataha Tat Karanala Nala Nabim Vichinaman Tad Vindatajaha. But he could not find Nabin Vichirun Tad 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 Vichinvan Tad Advindatajaha. Tadvid Na Avindat. Na Avindat. He could not find. And then Tamasya Pare Vidratma Sargam Vichinvatu Abhustu Maham Srinimehi. And by the time factor is ticking, so Brahma's time is getting reduced. Tamasya Pare Vidratma Sargam Vichinvatu Abhut Sumam Strinemihi. Yodeha Bhajam Bhaimirayanaha. And whenever the time is taking our life, we feel fear. Oh, when it is going to be, whether I will be here or not to find this object. Yodeha Bhajam Bhaimirayanaha. The time is the only the fearful factor for the living entity. Parikshinooti Ayurasya Hetihi. Okay, so this one we have gone through in the 8th chapter of that canto, whenever Brahma was born from the lotus flower and trying to find the source of that lotus flower. At that time, Lord has instructed that tapa 2 times. And then Brahma starts again that knowledge. If tapa means he has to sit in meditation and meditate, that knowledge also revealed to Brahma. That knowledge also revealed to Brahma. So that is how, again, as soon as when the day is starting, Brahma, he sits in his meditation again. So once upon a time, in the first time, he went like that. Later on, maybe every day is like a Brahma's. It is challenging for Brahma. He might be seeing devastating water. But it is for people, they simply sleep in the nice beds and cozy beds and wake up very nicely whenever they wanted. But for Brahma, is very disturbing condition. So there is so much of water. Okay, so that is he is doing all these things for ourselves. He is doing everything for ourselves. What
He
is
lotus flower.
Sorry, Mataji?
He sleep in lotus flower like.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's why all the time water. Okay.
Lotus flower is gigantic lotus flower. It is not that Brahma is as big as lotus flower. So lotus flower is very big, but he needs some space in the lotus flower to sleep. But in the pictures, we may be seeing Brahma is sitting on the entire lotus flower. But actually, lotus flower is very bigger than Brahma. Okay, we can understand that the entire Brahma planet is there. And Brahma is not occupying entire planet. That entire planet is also a part of the lotus flower. But for the pictures, when we see in the pictures, that the time we may see Brahma is sitting for the sake of to show the flower, lotus flower, uh, and Brahma. It is pictures are like that.
After you say like tapa, Krishna has manifested it like tapa, and once he has done tapa, then Krishna is given this Chatusloki Bhagavatam.
So yes, Mataji. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the two contexts, one is Sukadev Goswami describes to Parikshit Maharaj in the second canto, 9th chapter. So here, what we see here, Bhagavatam, second canto, 9th chapter, and then citing the answers to Parikshit for all his questions. In the 8th chapter of second canto, Parikshit asks so many questions. And 9th chapter, by citing the examples here about Brahma's penance and then Lord's appearance, there Chatushloki Bhagavata is spoken. And then this is the second canto. In the third canto, 8th chapter, where Vidura is inquiring further from Maitreya Muni, at that time Maitreya Muni starts speaking about the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Before Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, once upon a time, the four Kumaras, they were in the spiritual planets and they wanted to uh, understand all the transcendental knowledge. They have gone down, taking the dip in the Ganges water, which is Mandakini river in the heavenly planets. They have taken the dip there and came out from the waters where this Lord Ananta is there. And then they have learned the Srimad Bhagavatam from Ananta, Lord Ananta. And Lord Ananta is giving that knowledge to four Kumaras. Four Kumaras, they spoke to Sankhya Muni. And then Sankhya Muni spoke to Bruhaspati and Parashara Muni. Parashara Muni spoke to Maitreya Rishi. And then the Maitreya Rishi, whatever he has heard from his spiritual master Parashara Muni, that he is speaking here, that Srimad Bhagavatam. So the Bhagavatam is in once upon a time uh, in this universe, the universe egg is floating in the Karana ocean or causal ocean. Lord has entered into it and then he stayed there for 1,000 yuga cycles. Chaturiganam sahasramapsu swapan swaya buddhitaya swasiktya kalakiyasita karma tantro lokana pitan dadrushe swadehe. And when he stayed for 1,000 yuga cycles, and then it was time for the living entities to come out and carry out their fruitive activities. Kalakyasita karmatantro, fruitive activities. So during that time, that lotus flower emanates from his navel, where Lord Brahma and also all other living entities, but Brahma was born first. And the remaining living entities are also with Brahma. And later on, Brahma is going to give the bodies to those living entities according to their consciousness. Okay, so that is how it starts. So that is the Bhagavatam. And there, after that, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, he gives instructions to Brahma. Not detailed instructions. Brahma, he prays to the Lord for his creative power. And then later, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is very pleased. And then he also blesses Brahma. Oh Brahma, in your endeavors, you will not be bewildered because you are always taking shelter of me. So I have already arranged. Ma Veda Garbha Gastrindrim Sargavajyama Mavaha Tanmaya Palitam Hi Agre Yanmam Pradayate Bhavan. Whatever the prayers you are offering to me, for what purpose? I have already arranged those things for you. He says, Tanmaya apaditam hi agre. Before you ask, I already arranged everything for you. Yanmam pradayate bhavan. For whatever the purpose you are praying. Brahma is praying for what? सकर्म बीजं रजसोपरक्तः प्रजाः शिक्षणीदेव दृष्ट्वा प्रजाः शिश्रुक्षा in order to create the living entities. He wanted to do that one. प्रजाः शिक्षणीदेव दृष्ट्वा अस्त्वद्विसर्गाभिमुखस्तमीढ्यम् अव्यक्तवत्मनि अभिवेशितात्मा. He started offering his spirit. That for that purpose, the 9th chapter of 3rd canto, the first 25 shlokas, all his prayers are there. And then there, Garbhodakshai Vishnu speaks. Once you are completely free from mode of passion and ignorance, and you will find your spiritual form and come back to me and enjoy. And then, but while you are engaging here in creating the living entities in my service, you will not be bewildered, but you always remember and engage yourself in the devotional service. Bhuyastam tapadishta vidyam chaiva madashrim. So far you have done austerities and penances, well done. But again you do the penances. Bhuyastvam, bhuyaha, again you do it. And later on, Brahma again he has done tapasya for another 100 celestial years and then started creating the universe. So when you are engaged here in the devotional service, in my service, at that time, Rishimadhyam nabadhnati papiyam tvam rajogunaha. But mode of passion, though you are creating living entities with different kinds of modes. Some are in the ignorance, some are in the passion, some are in the goodness. But they are not affecting you. They would not affect it. So nabadhnati, you will not be contaminated by them. Janmanomayi nirbaddham, because you are engaging yourself in manomayi nirbaddham. Manomayi nirbaddham. Your mind is filled with my devotional service. Likewise, he says, because of that, nabadnati, you will not be contaminated, you will not be entangled in this material world. When you are prajaha samsrujito pite, when you are creating these living entities. Now today, because you have seen me, so that means you have achieved already perfection of your human life or your Brahma's position. Jnatoham bhavatato jhadurvignopi dehinam. It is not possible for who is materially embodied, but you have seen me and achieved this perfection. Okay, likewise, Lord gives instructions and then he appreciates Brahma for his prayers. Again, he mentions devotional service. Everyone has to worship him. And everyone has to like only the Lord. Aham atma atmanam dataha preshtaha san presamapi ato mai ratim kurya dehadihi yat prite priyaha. But people, some materialistically embodied people, they wanted to look after only their body for their pleasures. But actually, they need to like only the Supreme Lord. They need to love the Lord. Aham atmanam dat. Aham atma atmanam dataha. Preshtaha san presamapi. Out of all beloved ones, I am myself should be the most beloved to them. That should be their always mood. Preshtaha san presam api. Ato mayi ratin kuryat. And taking that kind of objective, only myself as their life objective, ratim, and too much of attached to me. So in such a way they have to live. Likewise, the Lord says, Garbhodaksa says to Brahma. That is one context. And here, in the another context, here Sukadeva Goswami is mentioning here in the second chapter, second canto, 9th chapter. So during this time, Brahma, he has gone through austerities and penances. Later on, Lord was very pleased. Tam priyamanam samupasitam kavim praja visarge nijasasanaarhanam priyah priyam pritamanah kare sprusan. And he says, Bhavasheshat smita soshashaghira, with so much of pleasing and smiling faces. He speaks to Brahma and then with a handshake. So that one, it is in this 9th chapter. And then he also shows all the Vaikuntha board where Brahma is seeing the variegatedness of Vaikuntha there. Pravartite yatra rajastamastayoho sattvam cha mishram na cha kala vikramaha. नैत्रमाय किमुता परे हरेर् अनुरत यत्र सुरासुराच्चिताः This is tasmai svalokum bhagavan sabhajitah sandarshayamasa param nayat param vipetatam kleshi vimoha sadvasam swadrishtavadbhir purushera bhishtritam, which is free from all kinds of uh, sankleshas, and it is swadrishtavadbhirhi purushaira bhishtritam. It is desired by those people who are perfectly self-realized. स्वदृष्ट्वाद्भिर् स्वदृष्ट्वा स्वदृष्टवद्भिर्हि वद्भिर् पुरुषैरभिष्टुतम्. This is desired by, and there Brahma sees all this Vaikuntha planet, and the goddess of fortune is serving the Lord at his lotus feet, and many people Shyamavadataha Satapatralocanaha Pishangavastraha Suruchaha Supeshashaha Sarve Chaturbahu Unmishanmuni Praveka Nishkabaranaha Suvarchasaha. There, in this context, Brahma is seeing the variegatedness of Vaikuntha planet. But during the Garbhodakasa Vishnu's time, in the third canto, Brahma was not seeing that variegatedness. He is seeing only the Garbhodakasa Vishnu in the heart, in his heart. So there, Swayam Tad Antarhrudaye Avabhatam, Swayam Tad Antarhrudaye, in his heart, Avabhatam, Apasyata Yannapuram, whatever he could not see by his personal endeavor, he is seeing everything in his heart. That is in the heart. But here, Brahma is able to see. The Lord has manifested to Brahma here. Okay, where all the variegatedness and Vaikuntha planets, people are there. And okay, this is all. श्यामावदाताः शतपत्रलोचनाः पिशङ्गवस्त्राः सुरुचः सुपेशशः सर्वे चतुर्बाहुन्मिषन्मणि प्रवेकनिष्काभरणाः सुवच्चसः प्रवालवैडूर्यमृणालवर्चसः परिस्फुरतकुण्डलमौलिमालिनः and ब्राजिष्णुभिः यः परितो विराध्यते लसद्विमानावलिभिः महात्मनम् विद्योतमानः प्रमदोत्तमाद्युभिः सविजिद्रावलिभिः यथा नभः. The beautiful women along with their husbands going in the airplanes, they are appearing like a lightning in the clouds, black clouds. They are just like a very beautiful, glorifying the Pramadottama Adhyubi. Pramadottama Adhyubihi. Very beautiful women along with their husbands. So going in that, and then that is in their aeroplanes, and while glorifying the Lord, the Vaimanikaः स्थललन चरितानि शश्वत् गायन्ति यत्र श्यामलक्षपणानि भट्टुः अन्तर्जले अनुविकसत् मधुमादरीणां गन्धेन कण्डितधियोऽपि अनिलं क्षिपन्तः. That comes later on, 3rd canto, 15th chapter. What and all they are glorifying the Lord. So here, and also Brahma sees goddess of fortune, Sriyatrupini Uragaya Padayoho, Karoti Manum Bahuda Vibhudibihi, Renkam Shriyaya Kusumakara Anugaihi, Vigiyamana Priyakarma Gayati, goddess of fortune, she is singing the glories of the Lord. Priyakarma Gayati, all his pastimes. Guru Supanna, there Guru Nidaya Karapallava Rochishayat Samlalitim Hridi Vibhoda Bhavasya Kurya. 28th chapter of that canto, where Kapil Bhagavan describes goddess of fortune keeping Lord's lotus feet on her lap and then gently massaging. Guru Nidaya Karapallava Rochishayat Samlalitim Hridi Vibhoda Bhavasya Kuryat. So beautifully massaging his legs. Where all the demigods, they're all trying to see the Lord. Okay, so Janadvayam Jalajalochanaya Jananya Lakshmya Kelasya Suravanditaya Vidatuhu Urvo Nidaya Karapallava Rochishayat Samlalitam Hrudi Vibhora Bhavasya Kuryat. Okay, likewise, goddess of fortune massaging Lord's lotus feet. And during that time, Vigiyamana Priyakarma Gayati. She sings glories of the Lord. This Brahma has seen. Dadarsha tatra akila satpatam patim, shriyah patim, yajnipatim, jagatpatim. Sunandananda Prabalarhanadipihi Sopashadagrihi Parisevitim Vibhum. Lord is served by Sunanda Nanda Prabala Arhana, all his the foremost servants. Swapashada Agrehi Parisevitum Vibhum. And he is the Lord of Satpatam Patim, Shriyah Patim, God, husband of goddess of fortune, Yajnipatim, and master of the sacrifices, Jagat Patim, master of the universe. This is what Brahma has seen. As soon as he sees the Lord, uh, he falls nanama, is falls dandavat pranam. Dandavat pranam. There are beautiful glories. I'm not going. So he's nanama padam bujam asya beswasurum yat param hamshena pathadi gamyate. He does dandavat pranam to that Supreme Lord and to the abode of Vaikuntha. This abode, Vaikuntha abode. That is a different. This is a different context where Sukadeva Goswami describes. Okay, two contexts. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, may I ask a question, please? Is it possible, or shall we wait next time? There's no rush.
It is your session, Mataji. You can ask questions on Saturday and Sundays, please.
Okay. You know that the four Vedas were spoken by Brahma, but I'm just thinking of in timeline, when was Chatur Shloki Bhagavata spoken? That would be afterwards now?
So this is Chatashloki Bhagavata. So in this 9th chapter, where Brahma is seeing all the Vaikuntha planet. So here, this 34th shloka, 33 shloka starts from.
Yes, but in terms of timeline, was the Veda spoken by Brahmaji first, and then the Chatur Shloki Bhagavata was spoken by the Lord to Brahma?
So, from whenever Brahma was born, Brahma was addressed. Ma Veda Bhagatandri. Brahma itself means is Vedas. Ma Veda Garbha. Garbha is Ma Veda Garbha Gastrandrim Sargavadhyamam Avaha. Means the Vedas are also born out of Brahma, born along with Brahma, and they were manifested later on through his four faces.
Okay. Yeah.
Vedas, they're also with Brahma, but they were manifested
Later on, from the four.
from his faces later on. Yes. Whenever he thought that to create the universe further, at that time, they were manifested.
And the Chatur Shloki Bhagavat was spoken by the Lord later?
Yes, that was later.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Any other questions?
I mean, it is a silly question, but like Brahma was like pure devotee. So, like, as they say, like, there's pure devotee who do not have to take birth and, like, the cycle of birth and death. But Brahma has, like, it says Brahma life is also, and this is only because of the creation. It's like that. That's why they birth and, like, Brahma.
So he is a pure devotee, and his mood is to stay in the Golok Vrindavana. He will go back, and he doesn't come back to this material world. But any living entity, the most pious living entities which have performed and qualified, and still there is something to do with the devotional service.
Mm-hmm.
Then they will be coming here and occupying the highest posts, like Brahma position, Indra position, like that. To become a Brahma, live 100 lifetimes properly, following all the Vedic injunctions, dharmically, 100 lifetimes.
And that once get that's Brahma body if they have done that. That's what you're saying, Prabhuji.
The Brahma's body, it is according to, for example, a living entity performs 100 lifetimes all dharma. He has performed his actions according to dharma. Then he will be qualified to occupy the post of Brahma's position. It is a post, not it is. Brahma is not a person. Brahma's, it is a post, the topmost post,
Okay.
and he will occupy it, because if I say king, it is a generic word, and there will be a person king. What is the king name? For example, Indra is a post, and there is a person occupying that Indra's post. Who is that person? Purandara. The Purandara is the son of Aditi Mata. He is the brother of Vivaswan. Vivaswan is also son of Aditi Mata. He occupied the post of ruling the sun planet. That the post, sun god. When we say sun god, this is Vivaswan. So as of this particular point, later on, once his tenure is completed, other person who is most pious, then he will occupy that post. All posts are like that. Either Varuna post and Yama post, Indra post. These are all posts. The pious living entities, they occupy those posts and execute their activities or functions for the.
So once they finish their post, they will go to back to Godlock.
Yes, unless if they desire more,
Okay. Okay.
then go back to Godhead. Yes,
So same thing, the Brahma post is finished, then that Brahma will go to the back to Godhead.
correct. Yes,
Okay, and then another post will come, that Brahma.
yes.
Okay, then why they are saying that Brahma life is also end, like they have to come back?
So if these deserts are still there, if Brahma has created, for example, 100 years of life, he has done all the things, good things, and at the end, so this looks like very nice. I wanted to do more and more. Now I am doing only for the small universe. I am doing this one. I wanted to become a Brahma for 1,000-headed Brahma. I wanted to be like a 1,000-headed Brahma. I wanted to maintain bigger universe than this. Then he will go to the another planet, other universe. Okay, so again based on that desire. So Lord is so compassionate to the living entities and to his devotees. Whatever they want to do, he will give that benedictions. But anyone who wanted to go back to Krishna and associate with him, they are happy. Manishtan anubhoyam mama lokavalokanam yadbhupasrutyarahasi chakadha paramam tapaha. That is the perfection of human life. One has to go back to Manishtan anubhoyam mama loka avalokanam, going back to the Lord's abode. That is न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशंको न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम अव्यक्तोऽक्षरिति युक्तास्तमाहुः परमां गतिं यं प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. Again, Krishna says about his abode. And if anyone goes there, they do not want to come back. For example, we are in a home. If there is a very small thing, very small hut which doesn't have any toilet and bathroom and all those things, no water, would we like to go there? Because we are used for in house, cozy, comfortable house, a nice bed, sleeping and all those things. Do we like it? We don't like it. We wanted to get more and more. In the similar way, this is of material comforts. In the similar way, the highest happiness. These are nothing to do with the soul, but however, soul is always enjoying in the Sat Chit Ananda. Once he gets that one, he does not want to come to any associate with any material things at all. He has thoroughly rejected each and every dimension of this material world. Thoroughly rejected every aspect. Okay, that is the devotee's position.
Yeah, and that's the reason like Bali Maharaj will get the Indra position next afterward, isn't it? And because Bali Maharaj wanted to be a Indra, but like Vaman Dev when he came in, this has taken him. So he giving again his like Indra position.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Bali, he has occupied Indra position, though he was not meant to be. He has forcibly occupied that position. But Vishnu has given position to Purandara to become a Indra in this life. So now he is ruling. When Bali Maharaj took that one, but all these demigods they wanted back again. So Vishnu he has to maintain. So again he uh, because Bali Maharaj he is also a devotee. He does not want to make a fight like that. And then he went in the disguise of a Vamana or a dwarf Brahmana, and then asking footsteps of land.
Mm. So now again Krishna will give that his position back in next term.
Yes, and yes,
Not his, but like because he was desiring at that time. But yeah.
yes. Bali Chakravarti will occupy next Indra's position.
Yeah, so as you say, like whatever it is, like Krishna gave that way.
Yes. So at the moment in this day of Brahma, we are in the Vaivasvata Manu, 14 Manvantaras, and every Manvantara is also having one Indra. And in this Manvantara, 28 cycles are completed. So still there are another total out of 71 uh, Chaturyugas are there in one Manvantara, 71 Manvantaras. So for 28 cycles are completed. So now few more cycles, like how many cycles? 71 minus 28, 43. So once 43 more cycles are completed, later on, Bali Chakravarti will become a king, King Indra, king of Amravati, or Indra. So he is also Chiranjeevi. He would stay for not only this end of this Kali Yuga, he would also live for the further more few more cycles, 43 more cycles.
Even though after once he get the God, he doesn't want to take that position, isn't it? Because God becomes Dwarpal himself. But as Dhruv Maharaj, after once he see the God, he doesn't want anything. But still, God wants to give that position.
Yes, because the desire is there. He
But like,
desired once, it must be fulfilled, complete.
but his desire was finished once he has seen the, like, Dwarpal, as you said, once you see the God, there's no any desire for him to become Indra afterward. But still, God wants to give that position, isn't it? Or still have desire. You can say like Dhruv Maharaj, once he see the God and then God asked him and he said, I don't want anything now. Like, but still God has given through Loka and all this.
Yes, but they are carrying out those activities because they have decided for that purpose. They have performed penances and so many things. But here, the desire it has got in the mind for that sake, by your words, by your actions, you have performed so many things. But at the end, you cannot change your mind immediately. Desire is not that one. Simply saying I like that one because you have already lived by your words. You lived by your actions for that purpose. That is called austerities and penances. And in the last moment, we cannot change. Oh no, I don't want this one. I want because you have already lived means Lord has to fulfill those desires. So he has to give that Dhruva planet to Dhruva Maharaj. And then later on he realizes whatever I have desired, it was also a temporary. Palikaraniva iva adhanaha. A person who does not have any grains or a beggar, he will go to the king and asking for a broken piece of rice. That is not very intelligent. Likewise, Dhruv Maharaj compares himself. Palikaraniva adhanaha. But here, that's why the human life, when we have got human life, by our words, by our actions, by our thoughts, when we live up to that mark, of course, Krishna says, Antakale ch mam eva smaran muktva kalevaram yeh priyat samudbhavam yati nasti atra samsayaha. Whoever remembers me at the last moment of that life, they will come back to me. That is true. But is it that much easy? Can we change our thoughts in the last moment? When we have lived all our life just for ourselves and last moment, can we change? It's not possible that much easily. Unless it is, unless there is a mercy of the Lord. Why Lord will show the mercy? When I have lived all of my life by my words and mind for myself, but sometimes whenever I get a chance, I will chant. Whenever I get a chance, I will follow the rules. And rest of the times, I spend all of this time only for myself and my family. When I have lived like that, because that desire is still there. So Lord will fulfill those desires accordingly. ये यतामां प्रपद्यन्ते तां सदैव भजाम्यहम्. The way whatever, how much, if you are surrendering 1 rupee, your Lord is also 1 rupee to you. If you are doing 100, Lord is also 100 towards you. He will reciprocate 100%. How much we perform, how much we surrender ourselves onto the Lord, He will reciprocate like that. But changing the desire at the last moment, it is not that much easy. So Lord has, by our actions, we have done something. Lord will give those results accordingly. That's why Prabhupada is always asking, even though devoted life, there may be so many faults before that, based on the past life. So many faults are there, but devoted life is sublime. And without surrendering to the Lord, though one may be perfect, but what would uh, it would give to that person? So they त्यक्त्वा स्वधर्मं शरणं भुजं हरे भजन्न पक्वत पतेत्तुतो यदि यत्र क्व भजताम abhachitam swadharmatah. There is very beautiful shloka Narada Muni says. Let me. त्यक्त्वा स्वधर्मं चरणां भुजं हरेर् भजन्न पक्वत पतेत्तुतो यदि यत्र क्व abhadram abhutamusikim. I think 10th shloka. I think 15th shloka, I think this one. त्यक्त्वा सुधर्मं चरणाम्बुजं हरेर्भजन्न पक्वत पतेत्तो यदि यत्र क्वाबध्रम अभोदमुषिकिं को वार्धाप्तो अभजितां सुधर्मतः. One who has forsaken his material occupation. Can I request Hangma Mataji to read the translation, please, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. One who has forsaken his material occupations to engage in the devotional service of the Lord may sometimes fall down while in an immature stage, yet there is no danger of his being unsuccessful. On the other hand, a non-devotee, though fully engaged in occupational duty, does not gain anything. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. So this is धर्मस्वनिष्ठा पुंसां विश्वक्सेन कथासु यः नोत्पादयेज्यतिथिं श्रम एव हि केवलम्. So this is one may think that I wanted to carry out my activities, my duties perfectly. धर्मः स्वनिष्ठितां पुंसां विश्वक्सेन कथासु यः न उत्पाद्येद्रतिः श्रम एव हि केवलम्. When there is no attachment to the Lord and to hear Krishna Katha and all those things, even the one is performing all his activities, it is a Shrama eva hi kevalam, and he does not gain anything. But here, devoted life is so sublime. Devoted life is so sublime. Prabhupada mentions that one.
Prabhuji, can you repeat? So somebody just listen and not follow, then it's just something you said, just something like that.
So
What?
yes.
You just say like it's just wasting the time. We just listen but not follow. That is just wasting the time, like that. You said.
So in this shloka, Dharmasvanishta Pumsam, another shloka, Sutta Goswami says, even the one follows all his duties perfectly, but he is not attracted to hear Krishna Katha.
Okay.
Ismuktena kathasu yaha na utpadiyed ratim shramayevehi kevalam.
That is okay. Understand.
Katha means it is not simply a story. Katha means it
Yeah.
is what
Then I
Krishna,
understand now. Yeah. Thank you.
Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, those things.
Yeah.
And one has to digest those things, live up to the mark as the Lord has instructed.
Yes.
That is Katha, Bhagavad Katha.
Mm.
So likewise, Brahma's position, one who has carried out, and also there should be a tinge of devotion. For every activity he carries out, there will be a tinge of devotional service, then it will make perfect. And Krishna says again, if it is not complete in this life, then he will get another opportunity, another chance. Okay, then he would occupy positions of Brahma like that. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so that is okay. We shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter as well. Okay, so letter to Krishna Kanti, April 11th, 1971, Bombay. Okay, can I request Hanma Mataji to read this letter?
Yes, Prabhuji. My dear Krishna Kanti, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your two letters dated 7th and 21st February 1971 respectively and have noted the contents carefully. You ask that you become strong enough to fearlessly preach Krishna consciousness. Yes, I know that you have got Krishna's blessing. Therefore, you are strong enough to go on preaching, and as you do so, your strength will increase more and more. I am very pleased with your service from the very beginning. Please go on in this way and push on the cause of our mission. Yes, Krishna is providing everything. Krishna is so kind. As you require something for his service, he provides it. And Tulasi Devi is growing so nicely there. Tend Tulasi very nicely, and your devotion towards Krishna will increase. In the evening, a lamp should be offered to the Tulasi plant, and in the morning, each devotee should offer a little water and offer obeisances. Push on your Push on your program at schools and colleges vigorously as you have been doing, and try to teach classes there also. That offers the ideal opportunity for introducing our books. Try and get Krishna book and Bhagavad Gita as it is recommended by the professors. Door to door Sankirtana is very nice program also, and a very nice means for distributing the books. So increase it more and more. And incense business is also picking up. These are all different opportunities to render service to the Lord. From now on, all BTG and book fund collection should be remitted to Karandhara in LA. Yes, when I return to LA, I shall be glad to visit Seattle. Radha Krishna deities may be installed at that time also, provided there are at least 4 doubly initiated devotees present who can take proper care of them. Jangbavati should try to avoid any more marriage once she has been forlorn by her husband, and who knows what that a second husband might do the same. Let her forget her marriage and be fixed up in the service of Lord. Simply she should concentrate her mind on the lotus feet of Krishna and she will be happy. Please offer my blessings to the others, hoping this will meet you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
Yes, Prabhuji. In the first paragraph, he has so beautifully mentioned that if we surrender to Krishna, then he is always there to look after us. So he's also saying that it's he since he's very good at preaching, and so he's saying that it's because of Krishna's mercy that is giving him strength and knowledge to do that. Which is also very much true. If we it's his example as well, like when he went to United States, he just didn't have enough money, he didn't have much devotees with him, and slowly, but he was just surrendered to Krishna. He did what he knew, and then slowly it has become so, it has gone globally, it's so big worldwide, and everybody and I think everybody following Krishna consciousness so humbly and so dutifully. This is all proof showing that if we surrender to Krishna, Krishna is always there to look after us. He never lets us be alone. And he's telling how to tend to Tulsi Devi, and by offering lamp in the evening, and every morning offering water and obeisances. And he is also encouraging more programs to be conducted in schools and colleges, so that it creates opportunity for introducing the books, and for the book distribution. It is a good opportunity to do that at the programs in schools and colleges, and it also helps people to and it also encourages people to buy more books. And because books are the main source of preaching. And accordingly, he's saying how which other businesses are doing good, like incense business is also doing good, so maybe they should also focus on that. And there are like different opportunities to that is also like serving the Lord. And he's saying he will soon visit Seattle as well to install the deities, but he has said that there should be at least 4 devotees present who are doubly initiated, so that the deities can be properly taken care of. And lastly, I think she must be one of the devotees, Jambavati. So maybe her first marriage didn't work out well, and Srila Prabhupada is saying now, I think it's better if she's serving Krishna rather than focusing on marriage, because it like even if the second even if she gets married second time, who knows what that is in store for her. So it's better to just serve Krishna. So that's his advice. And yes, Prabhuji, so that was all the takeaway points from the letter. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Very beautifully explained, Mataji. So nice.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Any other comments, dear devotees? Jai Mataji.
Oh no, Hare Krishna. Mataji explained so beautifully. I was just thinking, actually, the very first paragraph, and I was thinking that, I was thinking of you here, because it says you fearlessly preach, and the more you do, the more blessings you get. You are getting, obviously, because it's like you never get tired of preaching to us. You don't say that, oh, there's only 1 or 2 of you, I'm not going to. It's always the same. It's just so much humbleness. You preach with so much humility as well. So I was just thinking that it is true what is written there. That's what I was thinking. Thank you. And the Tulsi, I didn't know about the evening lamp, so it was nice to know that.
Tulsi, whenever we have got Tulsi, so she will also bless us. We need to tend very nicely whenever she grows, and also Bhakti also grows. Okay, that is what Prabhupada is mentioning here.
Yes, with my Tulsi, I mean, there were quite a few attempts, but finally, I think touch wood, it's growing a little bit nicely. So yeah, like you said, Tulsi Mataji needs a lot of devotion actually.
Yes. And do all devotees have got Tulsi plants in their homes? Anyone is not having Tulsi Mata at home? Okay, that is very nice. Hope everyone is.
Sorry, Prabhu, what did you ask again? Any about Tulsi?
Yes, Mataji.
No, what did you say? Tulsi Maharani, who doesn't have it like at home?
Yes, who doesn't have Tulsi?
Oh, okay, no, I have Prabhu.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, I don't have Prabhuji.
In winter time, it's a little bit get dry, but when summer comes, then it's again. Sometimes maybe it's very cold for the Tulsi Maharani.
Yeah. So Tulsi Maharani, if we just room temperature is sufficient.
Yes,
And
yes,
if we keep Tulsi Maharani in the windows, that is sufficient.
yes, yes.
And Hangman Mataji, so if you want one, we can arrange one to your home, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Oh, would that be possible? But how, Prabhuji?
Based on your location, Mataji. If you are in the London,
Yeah, Mataji, I think lives near London. Yes, North London.
Yes, Mataji. It's
Yeah,
in
so
Edgeware.
yeah, so we will try and do something, Mataji. For you, might be difficult for Prabhuji to send all the way, but at the temple as well, sometimes they start selling. Not officially, but some people do bring some plants. But I'll keep a lookout if you want, or you can even do it from the seeds itself.
Okay, because
The dry
the
can.
temple is quite nearby, so if they start selling, it would be easier if I just go and
Yeah,
get
they don't sell as such, but it's some devotees
Okay.
who would like to donate, so they plant themselves at home and then they bring it. So sometimes they do it that way, but officially they don't sell it.
Oh,
They give
okay.
out the seed. I think they give the seeds in temple. I heard
Oh, they have the seeds? Okay.
temple they give the seeds, but not the plant itself.
Oh, okay, that makes it okay. Then I can start from the seed then if that they provide. Thank you, Mataji, for information.
Yeah, Mataji, I will try to make a plant maybe, and then whenever we can go to temple or anything. So, and you know, her Tulsi seed also, Mataji.
Oh,
So, yes.
that's kind of you, Mataji. Only if it is not problem for you, Mataji. Otherwise, it's
No,
okay
no,
because it
Mataji.
will take time as
I
well for
will
you.
give you then if I have. Okay, Mataji? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
And because Mataji makes so many for like take so many places and give it to everybody. So she's very nice, Shamataji.
Oh, oh, thank you so much. But only if it is it's not that much of trouble for you, Mataji.
yeah, devotees always take pleasure in serving the devotees, giving Tulsi Maharani.
Yeah, she bring like somewhere like there's a song or something. She also give over there and everywhere.
Oh.
Making small like in glass and yeah.
Also, I'm not very successful in all growing the plants until now, so I'm just worried. I don't know, like if.
Don't worry, Mataji. Even I don't have green fingers, but it will come. It will come. Mataji will bless you the more you look after her.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah. So just only offer a little water and offer obeisances. As simple as that.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Any other comments further? Jai Mataji.
No, nothing. I mean, the incense business, obviously that started with the BTG side by side, didn't it? Because they wanted to make sure that the BTG could sell, to generate business, they had to start selling incense business. But yeah, so that was quite good. But I don't know how. I mean, I know they sell in shops, but they don't do it now because they don't need the money now, do they, for BTG? I'm not sure. Whereas before, in the early days, that's how they had to fund the BTG publications, by selling incense. I don't have any other things to add. And obviously, Prabhupada had always said that, best not to, that marriage bit. He's always said to be together and just surrender yourself to Krishna. Because he never approved. There were a few other devotees who had asked for divorce and things, but he always said that he believed that people should stay together and just work it out, or live separate, but not to divorce like that. But yeah, according to the Vedic scriptures. So he's giving good advice overall to all his disciples.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so that is very beautiful. But when marriages are not happen in this world, but they are from the spiritual world. And here, when we find our partner, and that is meant for life, so even something obstacle comes and then it does not work out, then they need to stay far away from them each other, and then engage themselves in the devotional service to the Lord. That's all, but no more second marriages like that. Again, lots of time will be wasted in the marriages. Again, one person conceptions to another person conceptions. It will bewilder our life. Yes, in a high level statements, but there is very deep instructions by Srila Prabhupada as well later on throughout purports Prabhupada has explained. Yep, so this is conducive when we are somewhere else, something happens, then we need to stay and just simply tolerate. The time will take over the body, and in due course of time, whatever we have done, we may regret in the later life. Why I have done this one? I should have been quite normal in the beginning itself. It will disturb later life. In the later life is meant for the spiritual realization. It should not suffer from the mistakes that were done in the past. So that's why we have to live as much as possible, tolerate anything comes in our life, simply tolerate and adjust and keep going on with whatever we have right now. That is the best thing we have got in our life. Whatever the moment we have got, this is the best moment. For past thing, no use to speak about the past. We cannot bring it, we cannot rectify it. Whatever has happened, it is for our good. Right now, we have got our opportunity to spend this moment to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Tomorrow, what happens? No one knows. We cannot predict tomorrow. We do not know when that will take over. We do not know what is going to happen in the next moment. To this moment, whatever we have got, our family relations, the love and affections, and speaking very beautiful words in a lovingly, and offering ourselves to the Supreme Lord in a devotional service in so many ways. This is right now is the good moment, is the best moment. Okay, when we live in that way, whatever is happening, this is the best. Live right now. Do not worry about past, don't worry about future. Now is the best moment, and engage yourself in the devotional service. As simple as Niramayam Krishna Rasayinam Pibha. Without cessation, drink a Krishna Katha. That is Shastric injunctions. That is true. Sometimes people may think about the past, like, oh, yesterday I have done, you did like that. Those things we cannot rectify. There is no use speaking about that. Again, sometimes devotees think that many things they will bring materialistic things into the devotional. No need. In the devotional life, those are meaningless. All materialistic things are meaningless. They are zero value. I was doing like because of that reasons, explanations. They are no value to the devotees or devotional life. It is better to keep quiet and then simply chant Hare Krishna, hear Krishna Katha, ask questions in Krishna consciousness. In case if you wanted to ask anything for material life, ask the question from the Shastric point of view. That's all. We do not need to explain all of our personal circumstances to devotees and everything. I was doing that. I am doing this. No need. They have no value at all. Okay, just speaking, we are using the energy for a few more words. That's all. So here, just simply adjust, keep going on. That is the best instruction by Prabhupada here. Thank you, Mataji. Very beautifully explained. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter and from the announcement point of view. So today evening we have got evening japa session at 6:30 p.m. Apart from that, no other events. And dear devotees, if you have got any updates or you want to share anything, kindly do so. Otherwise, we shall move on to Ramayana.
All questions I just want to ask, is that okay? Or maybe next week?
Yes, Mataji.
Or it's too late? Otherwise, it's late, it's okay.
That's all right, Mataji. It is for devotees' sake. So ask questions, Mataji.
Like, as we, like a few weeks back, there was a poll, but we has, I think, read, and that is saying that, like, if you have, like, sometimes you got like thought something, somebody, we don't want to think about that, but something happened some way, and you have some, like, thought about the, like, negative thought or something like that. And there was also on the other hand, there was, like, somebody also saying, like, mansi puja, we only do this, like, mansi puja and everything. That is also, that will also help, like. So my question is that, so if we have some negative thought, that also, like, our karma will, like, build up in the karma, or like, not.
So negative thoughts, because of previously we have engaged our body and act the words and the body in those actions, which are sinful actions. Because of those, still we may be still bringing those world pastimes into current, into the mind. Those thoughts would come, but one has to keep chanting, and then to the mind you do many things, devotional services, or with our mouth we can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and moving our fingers on the beats, chanting, we are doing some activity. Then those thoughts would overrate and succeeded gradually.
No, but that karma, build up the karma, like,
No,
next time you don't have anything, but it's just that thought at that time came. So that affect your karma, or?
no, the thoughts does not affect our karma. So the thoughts will come and go. They may disturb for a moment and they will come and go, but they are not permanent. But if you are thinking about the pious activities, Kalina na anudveshti samrat sarangi mivasar bhok kuchilanu asidhyanti krutani itarani krutani yat na itarani krutani yat. So there, Sutta Goswami says, in this age of Kali, Kushalanu also siddhanti. Any pious activities we wanted to perform, even you just simply thought good things, it will give the results immediately. Naitarani krutani yet at any other things, any other thoughts, bad thoughts, which is not auspicious thoughts, they do not yield any until they are actually performed. They do not yield any sinful reactions until they are actually performed. So that one, Chota Goswami says from the Sastric point of view. So when the bad thoughts come, do not worry about it. They will come and go, but do not speak, do not act on those thoughts. Simply chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is only the instructions are given.
Like, and also you said pious activity, like pious things. So if I have thought that I want to do the Bhagavatam somehow, somewhere, but just in case if I cannot do it, but if it's that thought also help?
Yes, that is pious activity. So that is inclined towards Srimad Bhagavatam.
Practically, but if I cannot manage or something happen, but still that thought comes, that still, okay, understand.
Yes. Yes, so that is Kuslani Asvijjanti Naitarani Krutani. Yet until they are performed, they do not yield any sinful reactions.
Okay, okay, understand. Pious activity, if you only thought that also gave you result, but negative thought, but if you don't act, then it's not any karma build up. Yeah, understand. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay. This one, the shloka comes here. Nanadvesti kalim samrat sarangim avasara bhukkushilanu asvijjanti naitarani krutani. Maybe devotees can read one paragraph here, translation paragraph, Mataji, if it is okay.
Me? Or?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. Maharaj Pariksit was realist, like the bees who only accept the essence of a flower. He knew perfectly well that in this age of Kali, auspicious things produce good effect immediately, whereas inauspicious act must be actually performed to render effects. So he was never envious of the personality of Kali. The age of Kali is called the fallen age in the fallen age. In this fallen age, because the living beings are in an awkward position, the Supreme Lord has given some specific facility to them. So, by the will of the Lord, a living being does not become a victim of a sinful act until the act is actually performed. In other age, simply by thinking of performing a sinful act, one used to become a victim of the act. On the contrary, a living being in this age is awarded with the result of pious acts simply by thinking of them. Maharaj Pariksit, being the most learned and experienced king by the grace of the Lord, was not unnecessarily envious of the personality of Kali, because he did not intend to give him any chance to perform any sinful act. He protected his subjects from falling prey to the sinful act of the age of Kali, and at the same time he gave full facility to the age of Kali by allotting him some particular places at the end of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is said that even though all nefarious activities of the personality of Kali are present there is a great advantage in the age of Kali. One can attain salvation simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Thus, Maharaj Pariksit made an organized effort to propagate the chanting of the Lord's holy name, and thus he saved the citizen from the clutch of Kali. It is for this advantage only that great sage sometimes wish all good for the age of Kali. In these Vedas also it is said that by discourse on Lord Krishna's activity, one can get rid of all the disadvantage of the age of Kali. In the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is also said that by the recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Supreme Lord become at once arrested with one's heart. These are some of the great advantages of the age of Kali. And Maharaj Pariksit took all the advantages and did not think any ill of the age of Kali, true to his Vaisnavity cult. Hare Krishna. Very nice. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Mataji,
Answer all the questions. Yeah.
you wanted to say any words, Mataji, to us?
And I think it's so nicely written. Yeah. So Maharaj Pariksit, who is the saint, has given, even the Kali, but he has done so nice work. So just reciting name, you can get the whole vibration. And yeah, but yeah. But I just as he said, like here, as I was asking, that if you have just thought, you will not get that sinful until you have act that things. But if you have done pious things, then yeah. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji, for kindly reflecting that one. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, another thing, we shall move to Ramayana. Okay, so coming to Ramayana. रमन्ते योगिनो अनन्ते सच्चानन्दे चिदात्मनि इति रामपदेन असौ परं ब्रह्मम् अभिधीयते. Parabrahm iti abhidhiyate. That is Parabrahma, where yogis take pleasure. Ramante yogino anante. That Ram, here in the Ramayana, so whenever Sita Mata is kidnapped by Ravanasura, so Rama has come to the point where he has met the Sugriva and he has killed Vali and Sugriva became the king. And then Rama allowed Sugriva to get coronated and then live for next 4 months happily with his kingdom during the rainy season, or which is a kind of a chaturmasya. As soon as the rainy season is finished, then the such can be begun. And then the 4 months are nearly passing, and Rama observing that scene that all the birds are coming out and they are very jubilantly and joyously uh, flying here and there. And Rama is remembering Sita, and he is now more afflicted. And now he is thinking of Sugriva, whether Sugriva is remembering that he is going to start the search for Sita, that activity. And then he is speaking to Lakshmana. So if Sugriva is forgotten, then we need to send Sugriva also to the same path as Vali has gone. And then later on, after that, Lakshmana is also very furious now. I will go and do something. But later on, whenever Rama is pacifying Lakshman, so when you are speaking to Sugriva, Sugriva is just a monkey. Perhaps you can awaken him to a sense of his duty by conciliatory speech. Very nicely he speaks and reminding him of his duty. Okay, with that one, Lakshman bowed in assent to Rama's words, although he could not subdue his anger. He left the cave and began running toward Kishinda, thinking of what he would say to Sugriva. He could not disobey Rama's order, but he would not tolerate any resistance from Sugriva. If that lazy monkey did not immediately set about his duty, he would be sorry. How dare he be so negligent of his promise to Rama? Who did he think he was? Lakshman bit his lips in fury as he bounded down the mountainside. Okay, this is how the mood of Lakshman. He wanted to always serve Ramachandra. If Ramachandra is feeling a little bit of panic, Lakshmana could not tolerate. He could not tolerate. Okay, that is mood of Lakshman and Hanuman. They are very more fortunate. Lakshmana, Lakshmi Sampanna. Who is Lakshmi Sampanna? Who has got service of the Supreme Lord. He is called Lakshmi Sampanna. Okay. So now in such a mode, Lakshmana is running towards Kishkinda, thinking of what he would say to Sugriva. At the same time, he could not disobey Rama's order. Keeping everything, he needs to balance those words, whatever he speaks to Sugriva. Sugriva is a friend of Ramchandra. Okay, so within this mode, we shall continue. We got 5 devotees, so maybe 2 paragraphs based on the time. We shall, and then after reading, we will reflect all at once. Okay, can I request Hanuman Mataji to start with first 2 paragraphs, Mataji?
Hare Krishna. In the city of Kishkinda, Hanuman had also noticed the season change and Sugriva not stirring. The intelligent minister thought carefully about the situation. Rama would certainly take stern action if Sugriva failed to fulfill his pledge. Hanuman approached the Vanar king, who was absorbed in sensuality, and spoke to him in a friendly and pleasing manner. You have regained sovereignty, fame, and prosperity, O Sugriva. It now remains for you to win the goodwill of your allies. The dominion, fame, and glory of a king who acts well toward his allies will always grow. That king who regards equally his exchequer, his army, his allies, and his own self will gain a great kingdom. However, he who fails to take care of any of these meets with disaster. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Can I request Gaurangi Mataji next 2 paragraphs, Mataji, please? Gaurangi Mataji. Okay, Usha Mataji, please.
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
2 paragraphs.
Human then remained Sugriva of his promise to Ram. The time had arrived to begin the search for Sita. The king should immediately send out monkeys in all directions. Rama should not need to ask. It would be shameful if Sugriva did not act quickly to repay a debt to his friend and ally. Sugriva thanked Hanuman for his wise and timely advice. The Monkey King realized his laxity and he immediately summoned his ministers and counselors. He issued orders: "Let all the Vanara generals be quickly assembled. Swift-footed and energetic monkeys are needed. 10,000 of my army should immediately depart for every country where the Vanaras dwell. Have them fetch the very best of the monkey warriors here to Kiskinda. Anyone sent out and failing to return within 15 days should be executed." Ordering Hanuman and Angada to organize the army, Sugriva again retired to his room. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna,
Mataji.
to his rooms. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Okay, can I request next Meena Mataji, next 2 paragraphs, please?
Hare Krishna. Within a few days, the monkey horns began to assemble outside the city. Monkeys resembling elephants, mountains, and cloud gathered together. Those powerful vanaras were like mighty tigers and were all heroic. And they were dark and terrible, and they made one's hair stand erect just to see them. Some were as strong as 100 elephants, some 10,000 stronger than that, and others 10 times stronger again. They stood awaiting Sugriva's orders. As the monkey milled about in their tens of thousands outside Kaskinda, they noticed Lakshmana approaching in the distance. When they saw the prince running towards the city, his face glowing with anger, anger and his bow grasped tightly, they become fearful. Some of them not recognize him. Little up tree and blunders, ready to defend Kiskinda. Other ran in all directions as Lakshmana arrived near the city gates, holding aloft his bow and calling for Sugriva. Seeing the monkeys prepare to attack him, Lakshmana became even more angry. He had dipped and burning sight and licked the corners of his mouth.
Krishna, thank you, Mataji. Okay, Gauri and Mataji are available, Mataji. Okay, Jai Mataji, would you like to read next paragraphs, Mataji, please?
Yes, Hare Krishna, thank you. Angad quickly came out of the city and, checking the monkeys from fleeing, went before Lakshman. Rama's brother appeared to the monkey prince like the blazing fire of universal destruction. In great fear, he bowed low at Lakshman's feet and greeted him respectfully. Although furious, Lakshman contained his anger and spoke kindly to Angad. Pray tell Sugriv of my arrival, dear child. I stand here tormented by grief due to Ram's plight. Please ask the king to hear from me Rama's advice. Angad bowed again and left swiftly, running to Sugriva. He burst into his chambers and told him to come quickly, but Sugriva was asleep, groggy from the night's pleasures. He lay upon his bed with only garlands as his dress. As he slowly stirred, many more monkeys came near his room, raising a great clamor. They were terrified of the wrathful Lakshman. Sugriva heard the tumult and came to his senses. He stood up, troubled in mind, and Angada explained the situation. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, do you have Gauri and Mataji now? Okay, so in that case, so for whatever we have read, Jai Mataji, would you like to bring your explanations, Mataji, from here?
Okay, so here, so as where we left off, Lakshman was asked by Rama to go and find out what Sugriva was up to, because there was no news from him. And he had said to Lakshman, don't be angry, be calm, don't just start being angry at Sugriva. So Lakshman was on his way, and then meanwhile, similarly, at the same time, Hanuman also noticed that something, the how it should be was not happening. So Sugriva was tasked with something to do, but it looked like he was not doing anything. Everything was quiet. And so Hanuman noticed that, and it says intelligent minister. So he was a minister in with in the Sugriva's kingdom, but also he was a friend as well. They had been brought up together, and he was thinking ahead that, Sugriva is not taking any action. Then maybe he felt it was his duty to to guide him, to advise him, and gently coax him to do something. So he then approached and spoke in a friendly and pleasing manner. He was not angry. He was very calm. He wanted to do everything peacefully. So he said that it's about time, you have got your fame, your prosperity, you got all that, but you should not forget what you promised. Your promise needs to be kept, because that's what you did, and it's like Ram helped you, so you should now help him, and that's what you had promised. And he said that why would there be allies? The allies will only happen if someone is respected. So you have, you got all the fame, you got all the glory, you are respected well by your friends, your allies, and that will grow. But you need to fulfill that. Then only they will stay as allies. Otherwise, they will take matter into hands, and then there would be more fighting going on. So he said that, you should do something. And he reminded Sugriva. So he said that you should take action and send all the monkeys out in all the directions, because we need to start now that the monsoon is over. The Vanaras should go and find out where Sita is. So Sugriva then thanked Hanuman. So Sugriva, instead of getting angry, he could, he realized that what Hanuman was telling him as a friend, as his minister, it was all coming like a wise sound advice coming from Hanuman. So he suddenly, his like eyes opened, and he thanked him. Instead of getting angry, he thanked him. And he realized that he had become a bit lax, and he straight away realized his mistake. And instead of worrying and getting angry at himself, and he just picked himself up, and he realized that I have now not to worry about the past. I have to now concentrate on what I need to do. So he immediately then called his ministers and said, look, I want to organize a big search party, and I want all the bestest generals to be sent to me, all the mighty warriors to be gathered. So go far and wide, go to all the countries where all the Vanaras are, and gather them. And from what I had read, it's like not thousands and thousands, it was like millions of Vanaras in all sorts of capacity, because they were all firstly, they were all they are all associates of the Lord, who had promised to come and help him before the Lord came down as Ram. So they had all agreed that they would all come down and help fight all the demons. So the Vanaras were very strong anyway. So he wanted the best monkey warriors, and they were like, they were so strong that they could. Prabhuji, where did we stop? Was it, sorry, I've forgotten now. Yeah, okay. So the Vanaras were like, it says, so strong. And we've seen before as well, Hanuman, and not only Hanuman, so like Vali and Sugriva, when their when that section was covered, we saw how strong they were, because they were obviously blessed by Lord Indra and Lord the sun god, respectively. And they had so much strength. I mean, Vali could climb the mountains and pick up a mountain and throw the big rocks and remove the trees. So you could see from just that the Vanaras were very strong, and the rest of the Vanaras were very strong as well. I mean, it's said that they had strength as powerful as um, thousands of even elephants, and they were mighty tigers, and they were all heroic. and they were compared, as you can see here, that they were compared with the clouds. The clouds, they are sometimes so dark and massive in number. So similarly, the Vanaras were massive in number, and they had so much strength. They had so much. They were capable of screaming, shouting quite a lot, and so just by them opening the mouth, people would get even just frightened, and their hairs would stand erect just to see them. So these were, and he needed those kind of Vanaras who were very strong, because at that moment he didn't know where Sita was. Sita could be anywhere. He didn't know that in Lanka the Rakshasas were very strong. So he was actually, I think Sugriva was very thoughtful, like he was thinking ahead as well, that in case, worst case scenario, I would need some really strong Vanaras in case the opposite, the army on the other end was very strong. So he wanted his own army to be very strong as well. And so what he did was he just sent and gathered. He sent his ministers to gather the army first, and then he would then send them elsewhere to look for Sita. But I was also thinking that Hanuman, how Sugriva, he quickly listened to Hanuman as well. And I was thinking that we need people to also guide us sometimes, because sometimes we could be doing something wrong in our own life. We could be either we could have fallen down, or we could be doing something wrong. We could be hurting people, but we need people around us to guide us as well. So we need some allies. So allies in the form of devotees, like we join our sanghas, and all the wonderful devotees are there to pull each other up. So allies in the form of devotees, allies in the form of reading scriptures, that helps as well. And some examples that I was thinking of that came to my mind earlier was when King Vena was in charge. He was not a very good king, because his father died, and the Brahmanas had no other choice but to make him a king, because they had nobody else. So they made him a king, and they thought that maybe he might change his ways. But King Vena was just so bad. He was like, to his citizens, to his ministers, he was just very bad example of a king. And the Brahmanas, they wanted to speak to him. They discussed that what they should do, and they came to King Vena, and then they tried to give him some sound advice. They didn't get angry at King Vena, even though they wanted to deep down, they wanted to like really shake him and say, come on, get a grip, you shouldn't be doing this, but they didn't. So similarly, like Hanuman also came to Sugriva with a sound advice. Those Brahmanas came to King Vena with like that as well. And of course, then we know that King Vena didn't listen. He insulted the Brahmanas, and then the Brahmanas had no other choice but to kill him. So that's what happens. But we've read also recently, we've talked about so many kings who have been so good, not at their own duties, but duties of the dharma as well. So we talked about King Priyavrata, Bharat Maharaj, King Pruthu. He was an ideal king. So similarly, Sugriva was actually quite good as well. He was a good living being. It's just that obviously a little bit he forgot his duties, and then it needed Hanuman to help him up. I think that's what I can get out, Prabhuji, from this. And
Thank you, Mataji.
was there any? Like I was thinking in like even in the modern world as well, we could have maybe working somewhere. We could have one person in a team not doing too good, another one doing good, but the manager, he has to give a chance to both, and he needs to in fact give more chance to more guidance to the one who is not doing well, try and find out why he's not doing well. I'm just relating in the modern time, we could be in a material world, and that could happen as well. The duty of a senior person, what is the duty of a senior person? So in a material world as well as in your own house as well, and in terms of the kings here as well, there was some guidance. Sorry, Prabhuji, I'm just talking, maybe not. Thank you.
Very nicely explained, Mataji. Thank you so much. So beautiful. Okay, Hangma Mataji, you wanted to reflect anything, Mataji, from this part, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Mataji explained so nicely, even the storyline with all the things, and then that we can relate to as well with life lessons as well. Very nicely explained, Mataji. And just now, as she said, like how a manager has to give chance to both the employees who are doing well and one who is not doing well as well. Very nice correlation there as well, Mataji. And just wanted to say that so I think when we are in that position, when we are in a higher position like a leader, then we also have to, it's not only for enjoyment, but also we have to fulfill our responsibilities. We have responsibilities towards allies, towards the citizens. So I think that's also what we can learn, and we should not forget our duties, and so that we can maintain good bond with the allies, and with people around who he's looking after, who he is in charge of. Yes, Prabhuji, that's it, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, so such a well point, because I was thinking that, for instance, our seniors, our senior devotees, if they ask us to do something, because we are like das and das, if they ask us to do something, and then, they shouldn't have to ask us twice. Have you done this? Have you done that? And so it would be quite embarrassing. Unless, of course, there is a good reason not to do. But otherwise, if people are just forgetful and lazy and not doing things, then the senior devotee then would start losing faith in the other devotees. Yeah, and same within the household as well. Maybe parents would ask the child to do it, and sometimes they're to keep on saying, "Have you done this? Done this?" But I do remember in the olden times, we never used to be asked twice. Once we were told, and that is it. Even just they would look at the eyebrows, the eyes, that look they would give, and that what you got to do. So, but it doesn't work nowadays. But yeah, we shouldn't be in that position really, that people would have to ask us more than once. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is Swadharmacharanam Satya Vidharmatanivartanam Daivalabhyana Santosha Atmavicharanachanam. Carry out your duties perfectly. At the same time, avoid negative activities and be self-satisfied. Daivalabhyana Santosha Vidharmatanivartanam Daivalabhyana Santosha Atmavicharanachanam. And parallelly, you should be just seeking a spiritual guidance. So here, Sugriva's position is just a king, monkey king, but he has, what is the fortunate thing? Hanuman is next to him. So he is rectifying. This is what in our devotees' life, when devotees are there, whenever there is a need, they will come and highlight, alert us what needs to be done, what not needs to be done, what shouldn't be done. So here Sugriva is another way. He is fortunate as having a Hanuman as a devotee, and he is a very intelligent as well, intelligent minister. But in comparison, Hanuman is more powerful than Sugriva as well. But here, Hanuman is serving Sugriva with a humble mode because he has given his word to the sun god. Sun god asked him, just go and serve Sugriva. Okay, so just only some humble mood. It doesn't matter whether Sugriva is powerful or whether he is capable, whether he is a king or not. It doesn't matter. Just as his spiritual master says, then Hanuman is simply serving Sugriva and giving and putting him in the right place. By his association, Rama also came to see Sugriva. Okay, that is the devotees association.
And also, like, this one's like point, like if Hanuman has not explained to Sugriva, then Lakshmana had came in, and like what happened with the Sugriva will be it's very difficult to, like, at the time he has not come before. Hanumanji has come before. Lakshmana came and asked Sugriva to do this, whatever his duties. But if he has not done, then Lakshmana would have killed him maybe.
This is generally we do before when the time is exactly something and people will do exactly come quickly, at least last moment, at least I need to be in the last moment and last minute. This is how devotees will save other people.
Yeah, that's how he has saved Sugriva.
Yeah, it is a kind of a last moment. So Hanuman saved Sugriva here. Somewhere doing something for him. Even it's not perfect, there is a little bit of endeavor he has done to show off at least.
Everything was arranged before Lakshmana came. So
Yeah.
now Angada can explain, like, easily, and then Lakshmana will be calm down and everything will happen in next. But yeah.
Yes. And so Lakshman was a bit pacified by so later on. There are new monkeys also came who have not seen Ram and Lakshman before, and they are trying to uh, see Lakshman, who the Lakshman is, and he is having bow and arrows in his hand, and they are prepared to fight Lakshman. But Lakshman became very angry again. Later on, Angada came, and then he bowed down at Lakshman. He bowed down at Lakshmana's feet and greeted him respectfully. Then Lakshman, though he has got some anger in his heart, but he spoke kindly to Angada. That is what needed. We should not vent the anger on unwanted people or inappropriate people, inappropriate times. One must control his anger. Can anyone say that shloka? What are the three paths to the hell?
Vichayate.
Trividam narakasyedam. Nashinam dvaramatmanah. Kamah krodha tado lobah. Tasmad yedatriyam tyajhet. Krishna, he says to Arjuna that there are three paths. One is the kama, second is the krodha, third is the greed. Kama, krodha, lobha. Lust, anger, and greed. These are the three paths to the hell. One has to leave these three things, then he will live happily. Sometimes we may think, without doing these desires also, how can we live? But actually, that is taking us to the hellish condition, the materialistic paths also. They may give bodily comforts for time being, but they do not yield auspicious results. But unless they are conducive to the devotional service, even the anger, even the desire, even the greed, this needs to be applied conducively to devotional service, to progress in the spiritual life, to serve Krishna, to serve Ramachandra, not otherwise. So Lakshmana is angry only to serve Ramachandra. Okay, but though he has got angry, but he is speaking gently to Angada. And then here, Lakshman is instructing Angada to go and tell Sugriva of his arrival. He says, dear child, Lakshman is addressing to Angada, dear child. So during that time, Angada was a child. I stand here tormented by grief due to Rama's plight. Please ask the king to hear from me Rama's advice. Okay, so this is very, so during that time, Angada was very young. So from here, and then they will go and search for Sita Devi, and then they will bring. And then Angada is so powerful, even the child, when even the Lakshman is addressing him as child, Angada goes to the Ravanasura, and then he challenges Ravanasura. If that it is very brave words he speaks in the assembly of Ravanasura, saying that keeping his foot on the floor, if any one of you in this uh, in the Lanka, if you are able to lift and move my feet, there would not be any war. And then Ravanasura is thinking that, oh, it is a very good deal, and then he tries to come and move. But so many other people were trying to move Angada's feet, no success. And Ravanasura is prepared to come and move. But later on, Angada says that you're trying to prepare to hold my feet. Instead, if you hold Rama's feet, you will be more fortunate. And then Angada says to those good words to Ravanasura, stop all these things and then surrender Sita to Rama or be prepared to fight. So here, Angada words he speaks, if anyone is able to move my feet, there will not be any war. How powerful that statement is. How confidence he has got on the Rama's service. Okay, and that Angada is being addressed by Lakshmana here, my dear child. I stand here tormented by grief due to Rama's plight. So here again, Angada bowed down again and left swiftly, running to Sugriva. He burst into the chambers and told him to come quickly. But Sugriva was asleep, groggy from the night's pleasures. He lay upon his bed with only garlands as his dress. And as he slowly stirred, many more monkeys came near to his room, raising a great clamor. They were terrified of the wrathful Lakshman. Sugriva heard the tumult and came to his senses. He stood up, troubled in mind, and Angada explained the situation. So now there is another one personality come to rescue Sugriva here. Okay, so for now we shall hold here. We would hear about again. It's not suspense. So there is another intelligence, a woman who has got more wisdom. She is going to come and protect Sugriva also from Lakshmana Surat. Can anyone guess here?
Prabhuji, I know because I read, but I don't want to say.
Go on, Mataji.
Tara.
Yes. She speaks wisdom. Okay, so she will pass away the situation. Thank you, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I just don't understand one thing here, though, that when Hanuman went to Sugriva, and Sugriva said, yes, I understand, I will do this. But then apparently then he went back to his old self again. Like you can see here that he was asleep, night's pleasure. So he was still very much in his sensual mode.
Yes. So he thought, okay, he has done this. There is still some time, so that
Yes.
one has to come back. Meanwhile, let me take.
Yes, yeah,
So
yeah.
like that. This is what I have chanted 16 down. Still, some more time is left. Let me go and do some other things. Likewise, there is a break. Likewise, Sugriva also taking a chance for his sensual pleasures. Okay, any other comments? Okay, so that is from Ramayana. So here, now Sugriva is a bit disturbed. So there, Sugriva told Angada to bring Lakshman immediately. Why you have left him standing at the gates? He demanded, and he should be offered every respect, even as much as myself. Angada, joined by Hanuman, quickly left to fetch Lakshman. Okay, so Hanuman, Angada, they are the well-wishers of Sugriva. And also Tara is there. Everyone protects Sugriva there. And Lakshmana's anger will be pacified. Okay, so we shall continue that one. Next, what is going to happen? Okay, so we shall stop there. And the devotees, if you are happy, we shall conclude and continue next Sunday. Unless you have got any questions. Jai Mataji.
I was just going to say, shall we do 3 Hari Bols, please?
Yes, Mataji, definitely,
To
yes.
all the devotees who have read.
Hari Bol,
Prabhuji, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol,
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Haribol, Haribol.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We go to all of you.
Haribol for Prabhuji's time. Almost time Prabhuji gave us. Thank you, Prabhuji. Haribol.
Mataji, it is all your coming to the Sangha. So it is Haribol to all of you. It is Krishna's mercy, Prabhupada's mercy is going on. Keep the Sangha going on. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we shall conclude and then continue for the japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Hare
हरे कृष्ण।
Krishna.
What
Thank you,
is the
Prabhu.
event?
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद